Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning where, while most of the rain has exited the area from yesterday and last night, we've still got a couple of sprinkles out and light rain out there this morning in a few spots. In particular, I'll point out some exiting stuff here in Kansas, but there's also a couple of spotty little showers right in here this morning, actually. But we could see more develop even later this morning, but more so this afternoon. Some pop-up showers, maybe some lightning, thunder, nothing intense at all here. This is going to be very hit or miss stuff. The farther northwest you go, especially once you get northwest of McCook to Ord to Yankton, you're probably going to stay on the dry side. Tonight, maybe some of that lingers into the evening, but once we get well after dark, that clears on out. Quiet weather then tomorrow. Lots of sunshine on your Thursday. A warming trend. We're going to see some warm days ahead of us here. Thursday night and a Friday morning, quiet weather looks to continue. Still nice, cool nights. Now, those nights will start to warm up a little bit as well as we get in the long-range part of your forecast. But yeah, we're going to see some warm weather ahead of us. Today is about as close to average as we're going to be for several days here. Mid and upper 70s for afternoon high temperatures. Our average high is about 75 to 77 around the area, most spots today. So we're close to that, if not slightly above it. Looking at the local communities here, we'll go with about 79 in Valentine and Spencer, 76 degrees in Tryon, 77 in Stapleton. These are the areas most likely to be dry today. Maybe Ord, a little shower there. Ord's on the edge of that. Again, maybe spotty showers here, but as you go to the west, more sunshine. And again, mid-70s, some upper 70s. Mid to upper 70s in the southeast, a few hit or miss showers. Isolated thunder can't be ruled out. Most of that's going to be sprinkles more than anything. Mid to upper 70s in northeastern areas. So pretty uniform temperatures for most of the area today. Tonight, we're going to dip back into the mid to upper 40s and low to mid 50s for lows. A little chillier in the panhandle. You know what, though? You go to the west into the Rockies, and this time of the year is about as perfect as can be. I love those chilly nights in the 30s and 40s in the Rockies. This is the time of the year that is just spectacular out there to the west. We're warm tomorrow, upper 70s, low to mid 80s, and now we're back above average. And we're going to keep that going as we head into the end of the week. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s, maybe some mid 50s out there for tomorrow night into Friday morning. Friday itself, a little bit warmer, low and mid 80s, so we might see some upper 80s sneak in, especially to the northwest, but low to mid 80s will be pretty common. Friday night to Saturday morning, and beautiful start to our weekend. Lots of low, mid, some upper 50s out there, so those lows creeping up. Maybe a slight, and I do mean a slight cool down on Saturday. We're still talking about temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s. There might be a couple of clouds around Friday night and Saturday morning with this weak disturbance that's passing through. That brings us that very slight cool down going into the weekend. But we're really going to still trend on the warmer side of things as we head right through this upcoming weekend. In fact, Sunday, that may be one of the warmer days out there. Still in the low 80s Monday and Tuesday. A few more clouds. Watch for a chance of rain and maybe eventually get added in. Right now, the chance is so small, I just cannot throw it in, though. But we'll see some breezier days as well. As we look long range here, no major cool downs. Slight cool down maybe towards the end of next week, as there are some signs of maybe some rain trying to get back into the forecast, but nothing big when it comes to major drops in temperatures. North Platte, I did not include rain in your forecast today. I think it'll be too far west. We'll see warming days ahead. Mostly upper 70s and lower 80s. Those lows do get a little bit warmer in the days ahead as well. But overall, after today, it's mostly upper 70s and lower 80s here. Now, keep in mind, as we move into early October, that average high temperature starts to dip down. So again, most of these days after today will be above average by at least a little bit out there. We're not talking about high heat out there. You know, last year at this time, late September, early October, we had some pretty hot days. There were a couple of days in the 90s, if you recall. I remember the Nebraska-Rutgers game was in early October, and that was a day that was well into the 90s. Very, very hot day there at Memorial Stadium. So we're nothing like that kind of heat, but again, a little bit above average weather expected. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center does have us above average for the first week of October. I would agree with this 100%. Right now, I'm a little iffy on rain chances. We'll see. There are some signs late next week that we might see some rain. They have us in that above average category. Not so sure about that right now here. I'll show you that there's not much in store. We've got the spotty sprinkles or light rain today, and then it's dry. Here's a few of those clouds Friday night into Saturday morning. Then we start to get a few more clouds early next week. The rain chance is not great. But then later next week, maybe some rain starts to come in towards the end of next week. maybe. That's the European model. GFS model, again, most of our rain clears out, but there could be some spotty sprinkles, light showers today. Not much, though. Pretty dry in the next several days to come. A few extra clouds Friday night and Saturday morning. Small chances of rain early next week. Better chances arrive later in the week, though. So we'll see. And that could impact temperatures. But right now, I'm not seeing anything super cool after, we warm up today and then we really warm up here. All the cool air remains to our north up into Canada. We're going to keep the warm days going. No signs of any major cool downs coming anytime soon. So we're going to keep the warm weather here. The GFS is also agreeing with this. GFS actually is trending warmer than the European model is. But all the cool air stays well to our north. We may get a bit of a shot of some cool air, but I was talking about this actually with some of my Facebook Live viewers before I started recording this. And right now I've been looking at some of the very long, because this takes us to about the third, fourth of the month of October here. I've been talking with some people that have been looking at some of the long range models here. It looks like almost the entire month of October could be on the warm above average side. There are no signs of any big frost, freezing type temperatures anytime soon, which, average first frost for most of our area is early to mid-October. I don't see that coming anytime soon. So a mostly dry, mostly warm weather pattern is ahead of us, what could be for maybe the next month or so, really through most of the month of October. So no major changes coming. Of course, that is subject to change, though. Sometimes model trends do change, but right now I am not seeing anything that shows me any kind of big dips in temperatures, no major storm systems on the way, no early snow yet that I'm seeing, nothing like that. So if you like hanging on to the summery weather a little bit longer, well, I think you're going to get your wish, because we could see that kind of weather for quite some time. All right, with that, I got to go. Thank you, everybody, for watching on this Wednesday morning. I'll be back with you on Thursday with all the latest. Take care, and God bless. Bye.